Good morning, everybody. JohnnyJans here, coming to you from inside Islands of Adventure once again, and I welcome you all to day number 69 of this thing that I am doing. And you know, folks, sometimes when you visit the theme parks, you love all the action, all the goings on, and everything about it, but sometimes you need a break from that. You need to go find a quiet space, whether you personally need it or maybe you have a baby and they just need to nap. So today, I'm gonna show you inside Islands of Adventure some of the best quiet locations off the beaten path that you might not have known about. So join me as we head into the park and do some meandering around. All right, as we begin this video, here I am outside Seuss Landing, where I'm gonna show you some of my favorite quiet spots. Now, meandering down through the straight entranceway just in front of Cat in the Hat here, but to the right, we're gonna find a nice quiet spot amongst the water. Is this Seuss-like garden amongst the truffle trees, topiaries it would seem, here, where you could relax, sit on the edges, enjoy the flow of the water from the fish fountain here, and just kind of take a break from the main crowd as they rush in. And just adjacent to this park area, across the pathway to the left, right behind the Cat in the Hat gift shop, is another perfect quiet area. You got some trees here for some zen-like atmosphere, a nice bench, or if you prefer to sit on something, why not sit on Horton's egg over here? He'd really appreciate that. But this is a good quiet spot, minus the kind of random laughing of a thing in the background, it sounds like. Look at this bench here. This is... See, there's definitely a thing laughing, so it's not 100% quiet, but it is a good shady rest area spot. And located just on the side of my favorite Q is for Quan bathroom here at Seuss Landing is my next quiet spot, and it actually takes you down to the lakeside of Islands of Adventure. And you got a great sitting area as you make your way down to Sneech Beach. Good view of the Hulk. And across the lagoon over to the Velocicoaster in the distance there. Very nice spot. This is actually where I like to do a lot of my vlogging and share my thoughts, or even do a quick intro or outro, is right down here by the lake, because it's never crowded with people. And there's just a lot of good quiet spots to reflect. Here's the sign, just so you know. Sneech Beach. Minus the Sneeches though. They seem to have left a long time ago. But their remnants remains that they were here. Seuss Landing also has secret paths that go to there or to here, that you can really escape the crowds and meander around in little secluded areas here. Here's one just underneath the tracks of the Seuss Charlie train ride. A nice little quiet area overlooking If I Ran a Zoo. But it's not the shadiest area, at least not this morning. So it is kind of sunny. And there we go, we got the Seuss Charlie train ride up there going. So there's just little pockets of shade. So not the best quiet area if you're looking for shade, but it's a nice area off the path. There's the Grinch, and I think the guy who runs the Sneech scam. Yeah, Seuss Landing seems to be full of different quiet places off the beaten trail there, but I'm gonna show you a lot of the other islands have their share of good places too to just chill. Crossing over now to the Lost Continent by the Griffin guarding the gates. That's how you know he's got fire too. What an awesome statue. But let's go inside and see what quiet places that you can go and get out of the hustle and bustle and just really get lost in here at the Lost Continent. You like that, Griffin? It's a pun. Now you see the Griffin statue where I was over there, and the main path continues on to Poseidon's Fury Mythos restaurant. But if you bear to the left, you're gonna come to this alcove rock formation just on the side of Mythos restaurant right here, where you're gonna find our next hidden quiet area. And I love this area, another popular spot for me to do intros, outros, and vlogging. But also, it's a nice area provided with benches. Look at the view. Right on over to Seuss Landing, right by my favorite bathroom. Q is for Quan right there. Picture of the Hulk. But we have shaded benches here. And just overall nice shrubbery, a little bit peaceful to just calm yourself right behind the Mythos restaurant here. Very nice. Look at this bridge too. It leads right over to the back side of Mythos. Now beyond the bridge in the rock area is going to be table seating for Mythos, so you don't really want to go over there if you're looking for quiet. So about right here to the bridge, there's a Velocicoaster right there, is where you want to be if you just need some shade and tranquility here in the Lost Continent. And look at this awesome alcove into nothing right here. You go deep and you're like surrounded by rocks on all ends on this part of the pathway. It's like you have a little fort that you can peep out through the rocks. Ooh, I see you, Velocicoaster. Right outside the old stadium for the old Sinbad show is a quiet area if you need to just get away, where you could sit outside, maybe park your stroller, it looks like. But be warned, sometimes this is used as an overflow for Hagrid's motorcycle roller coaster, where the queue line will actually invade. And you saw that in one of my videos, where the queue line comes all the way out here to the Lost Continent, the Sinbad show. But like today, it's a nice quiet area. So I don't know if I hit the honeypot or not of rest areas, but there's nothing to say not to come in here, or ropes or anything, or at least up to this point. You can see the stage of the old Sinbad show right there, where the stunt show used to take place, the boats and everything. But this is also right now a quiet, shady place, so I'm going to add it to my list of rest areas. This usually is not open, so this is just kind of a surprise to come in here as far as I am. But at least I can see the old Sinbad show, which is pretty cool. So call that a bonus rest area, if you will. Not always going to happen. I'm sure they're going to have this blocked off again. But for today, I can go inside right in the alcove and seek out some shade. And welcome to the Wizarding World Hogsmeade Edition here at Islands of Adventure. And I don't know if I'm going to find a lot of quiet places around here, because this place is not known for quiet. It's more known for crowds, but I'm gonna give it my bestest. So let's head on in and see what we can find. Okay, when it comes to quiet spaces, I haven't found much, but I can give you this. But just behind the restaurant that is the Three Broomsticks, that is the sit-down, almost quick style restaurant here at Harry Potter Hogsmeade Edition. And you go behind it on the outside, you don't have to go through the restaurant. There's a little tunnel right here from the main path that takes you to a quiet area. Entering in the Jurassic Park area, I think I'm gonna find a lot of quiet places here in my most favorite land. Located just in front of Thunder Falls Terrace, but to the right is some steps that lead to my next quiet area here in Jurassic Park. Now you would think that being so close to the river adventure and watching the splashdown would not be necessarily quiet, but it is, because the giant splash will keep most people away, because that's the soak zone right there. You only have the small private patio area of Thunder Falls that's usually not that crowded, but right here, secluded in the bushes, is kind of a relaxing, shady area. You could chill out right here on the wall, have a seat, park a stroller, have the baby take a nap, you know, those kind of things. And in the distance, watch a boat come down from the river adventure. Like one's probably coming right now. I can hear the T-Rex walking from this distance. But again, not too loud, not too distracting. And if you want to sit with a Jurassic Park background, it's kind of cool. And I think here comes the boat. In 3, 2, 1. Nice, big splash, but not that loud. Located right here at the front of the Jurassic Park Visitor Center and the Velocicoaster. A long time ago, this actually used to be a very quiet place. Not anymore, not so much with the Velocicoaster, but back when this place was built, you could actually walk here in front of the Discovery Center and it would be a wasteland. It would be nobody would hear. You could bring your stroller, relax, a nice quiet area. But thanks to this wonderful addition to the park, the Velocicoaster, that's not the case. And I'm willing to accept that. It's okay that this is no longer a quiet area if I can have the Velocicoaster in my life. And entering into Toon Lagoon, let's splash into finding some nice quiet places. And it's good to see Popeye back getting people wet once again on this crazy attraction. Good luck, folks. You're gonna need it because this ride gets you soaked, but it's getting kind of hot out, so it might be a good thing. Right next to the Me Ship the Olive here in the Popeye area. It's still under refurbishment, but located to the right and left are these paths that are going to lead you to some great, quiet, relaxing areas down by the lagoon. I'm walking down the trail now to the quiet area. You see we're getting closer to the lagoon. Got a wonderful photogenic picture of the Hulk right there, staring out over into Seuss Landing and the Lost Continent. This whole trail is usually not crowded at all, and it's a great place to come back here with a stroller, or if you just want a quiet experience hanging out by the edge of the lagoon right here. This is great. I love this trail. Got a view of the Velocicoaster over there, a nice view of Me Ship the Olive. The kids can play while you come over here and relax and kind of just take a breather from meandering around all through the park. And look, it stretches all the way in here to the edge of the lagoon. A long time ago, where this gate 24 was, there was a dock here that when Universal Islands of Adventure opened, there was a boat that took you to the different islands across the lagoon. And it had a stop over by Jurassic Park, over here in Toon Lagoon, and I think the last one is across the lake there, over by Port of Entry and Seuss Landing. But that's gone now, but at least we have this wonderful pathway to enjoy. And the pathway even extends closer to where the Velocicoaster is right here. I'm still on the pathway, and it breaks up even more. This is all quiet areas. As you see, I've been walking around here for a while, and I haven't seen anybody down here. That's how cool it is. I'm going to the furthest part of the dock, right across from the Velocicoaster. Here are some awesome crates and wall that you can sit on. There goes the Velocicoaster right up over the top hat. You can enjoy that. You get really close to the Mosasaurus roll right here, so you can enjoy that experience too. Here comes Velocicoaster, Mosasaurus roll, beautiful. There is some shade offering, not too much right now as we graze into the afternoon. Not a lot of shady spots there is in the corner, but another cool thing about this area, it's, even though it has stairs, it also has pretty much a ramp for wheelchairs and strollers to pretty much go all the way down to the front. So very accessible and very peaceful back here, just in back of Popeyes. You might be noticing a trend on these videos that a lot of my most quiet areas are located closer to the lagoon. right over there by Cat in the Hat, that's the quiet area number 1. Right behind Mythos and Lost Continent, that was like quiet area number 2 there. Like I said, over in the Wizarding World, in Back to the Three Broomsticks, is just on the other side of the Velocicoaster. Jurassic Park, what used to be where the Velocicoaster is now, that was the old quiet area. But here we are, Toon Lagoon, and right in back of Popeyes in the edge of the water is this awesome dock with meandering pathways. Your quietest area is going to be right in the back of the cafe, of the Superhero Cafe, or Superhero Diner, as it's called here at Marvel Superhero Island. And this is the furthest away you can get from the Hulk. Again, close to the lagoon, so it fits the dynamic of everything else I told you today. And that's the best you're gonna do if you want a quiet spot. But look, the superheroes are coming, so that's kind of loud and distracting. So you're not gonna escape that. But if you want a shady spot, it's kind of shady back here on the porch. And you can overlook the lagoon and the Hulk roller coaster and try to enjoy a peaceful snack or just have a seat on one of these tables. And look, if you get hungry, you can order right from your table. How fun. Yep, he's noisy. Another cool quiet spot to get away, and it's a little more shady. A little close to the Hulk roller coaster if you ask me. But right by the Stark Industries door, and on the back side of all the store and shops and things, is a little path, and it's got a bench right there, and it's got a nice atmosphere. So it's a kind of a shady spot if you have to hang out in Marvel Superhero Island. That'll work. Well, there it is, folks. A look at some of the best quiet places here at Islands of Adventure if you just want to relax and unwind a little. But that's gonna do it for me. Until next time, probably here at Universal again, I'm JohnnyJans, and as always, I'll catch you out there meandering around. It actually sounds a little maniacal after you keep hearing it. Maybe not the quietest spot, but semi-quiet, peaceful area.